President Trump made an order to deploy 2,000 California National Guardsmen to help quell the protest. I'm in downtown LA. This is right next to the 101 freeway, which has been shut down. These guys are breaking up the rocks that are embedded into the cement, and they're throwing it at cop cars down on the freeway. And you can see how many rocks are on the cement right here.
You must disperse immediately south on Alameda, away from Temple.
There are thousands of protesters. So who is protesting out here? People on the right will say it's Antifa and Mexican nationalists. According to the left, it's all peaceful people. And I have seen a lot of people peacefully protesting here. There's people here with their pets. There's people dressed up. There was a dude with Palo Santo to give this protest the vibes it needed, I guess.
There's a lot of people out here. When it comes to immigrant roots, they believe that this is just a target to us, you know, and it's not something that's cool.
Came for a peaceful protest.
I think whatever side of the political spectrum you were on, you would agree that people do have a right to protest. You'll talk to people who are like, we should peacefully protest. Then you have the other flip side of that coin of people who just want to burn down the entire system. Protesters I've seen throwing glass bottles. They burned down 5 Waymo cars that I guess all got stuck in the protest over here. National Guard is not currently fighting, at least where I am downtown, but the LAPD has been deploying tear gas in multiple areas.
You know, I've been here all day, and I've seen very few people be arrested.
And I think it's because the city of LA can't. They politically can't. They think it will look bad. They think it will show them being unsympathetic to the situation. Both Gavin Newsom and LA Mayor Karen Bass say that Trump's National Guard deployment stoked the flame, which I've heard people say that's why they're out here. I'm gonna say things would probably have been chaotic either way. LA isn't quelling the protest at all. There's going to be an entire section of downtown LA tomorrow that is destroyed. Just absolutely destroyed.
If some of us could be snatched off the streets without a warrant, based only on suspicion or skin color, then none of us are safe. Authoritarian regimes begin by targeting people who are least able to defend themselves, but they do not stop there. This brazen abuse of power by a sitting president inflamed a combustible situation, putting our people, our officers, and even our National Guard at risk. Take time, reflect on this perilous moment. A president who wants to be bound by no law or constitution, perpetuating a unified assault on American traditions.
Los Angeles Street. Police, they kind of look like they're going to do something soon. Could have been guns with the foam ammunition or the tear gas. I'm not sure. They're announcing that people will be subject to arrest. I just heard it.
So people, of course, are still ignoring. They're still ignoring the curfew. He's reporting on it right now. That's live. The Los Angeles anti-American pieces of shit are still resisting. They're still in the streets. Cops are getting ready to move back in. You just saw the video of Gavin Newsom going on and doing his bullshit press conference because he's a coward, as Democrats always do. They take the current problem that they're having and they put it on somebody else. They say it's somebody else's fault. So with all the fires, they said, well, this has to be somebody else's fault. We don't understand what's going on. And now with their scumbag, illegal, anti-American citizens, they're blaming all this on Trump because Trump is enacting the will of the people. We asked for illegal immigrants to be arrested and deported out of this country. I mean, I wanted far more than what's happening right now. This is lackluster compared to what I would have done. And Gavin Newsom comes out, the coward hiding in his governor's office, and blames it all on Trump. His people that are his citizens, that they're encouraging to do this. Well, keep protesting, just do it peacefully. Yeah, right, that's what leftists do, is protest peacefully. So he blames President Trump for having ICE do their job. Get illegals out of here. The problem that Biden created. California is a Democrat shithole, and it has been for years. And they're trying to clean it up. And Newscum has a problem with that. Is he going to deploy extra people and do his job and protect the citizens? No, of course not. He's going to blame other people for this. He's going to blame Trump for this. He's going to blame the American voter and taxpayer because we're the ones that voted for this. I voted for mass deportations, and I know many of you did as well. 77 million. You voted for this to happen. I want this to happen. I love that it's happening. What I don't love is these insurrectionists, that's what they are, that are waving Mexican flags in the streets, and they're attacking American citizens and American infrastructure. This is what's happening. They keep making announcements. They're getting second chances, third chances, fourth chances. If you don't leave now, you're going to be arrested. Of course, all these are entitled pieces of shit, so they're going to keep doing what they're doing because they know that if they get arrested, it'll be a slap on the wrist and they'll be back on the street tomorrow to protest and riot again. And let's be honest, they're not really protesters. They're all rioters. Pretending that they're under the guise of the First Amendment. The left-wing Democrats hate the Constitution, hate the Bill of Rights, hate all of our rights, but they do love to use it against all of us. They hate the First Amendment, Second Amendment, but they do love it when they can use it for their own personal needs. And this is what they're doing right now. So more updates. Gavin Newsom coming on, lying to all of you about what's going on, blaming it on Trump when it's his fault. It's Karen Bass's fault. They can't keep their shitbag citizens in order, and this is their fault. They're trying to say, well, the ICE raid set everybody off, so that's the reason you have all this. No. ICE is doing their job, and your scumbag citizens decided they didn't like that, and they would riot against rule and law. And you can't control them because they're radical insurrectionists. That's not Trump's fault. It's not the American people's fault. It's your fault and the fault of your citizens. But of course, Democrats can't take any responsibility for their actions. Leftists can't take any responsibility for their actions. It's always everyone else's fault.